What if your sudden disappearance could unravel someone's world, leaving them haunted by the void you once filled? Could your silence spark a cascade of emotions, forcing them to confront the worth they never saw in you? Are you ready to wield the stoic power of absence, transforming how others perceive you forever? These questions pulse with mystery, drawing you into the profound art of emotional mastery. When you vanish, completely, without a trace, you don't just step away. You shift the very ground beneath those who took you for granted. Guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, this journey unveils 10 emotional stages others experience when you disappear, each layered with psychological depth and stoic clarity. Picture their confidence crumbling, their minds racing with questions, as your absence reveals the value they overlooked. This isn't about vengeance, it's about reclaiming your power, asserting your worth, and living with unshakable purpose. Ready to master the silent strength of walking away and leave an indelible mark? Let's embark on this stoic odyssey to transform your relationships and yourself. The transformative power of absence. Close your eyes and imagine this. Someone who once saw you as a constant, always there, always giving, suddenly finds you gone. No texts, no calls, no trace of your presence. Their world, once anchored by your reliability, begins to tilt. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, understood that true strength lies in controlling what you can, your actions, your choices, your presence. When you disappear, you're not just leaving. You're making a bold declaration. I am not an option to be taken for granted. In today's hyper-connected world, where attention is scattered and loyalty often fleeting, your absence is a thunderclap. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what's within our control, and walking away is the ultimate act of self-mastery. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By vanishing, you reclaim your emotional sovereignty, forcing others to confront the void you leave behind. This journey will reveal 10 emotional stages they go through when you go ghost, each a testament to your impact. From the sharp sting of rejection to the dawning realization of your independence, these stages will show why sometimes the most powerful move is to walk away and never look back. Let's dive into the stoic art of disappearance and uncover the emotions your absence ignites. Stage 1. The sharp sting of rejection. When you vanish without warning, the first emotion they feel is a piercing sting, rejection. They never saw it coming. In their mind, you were a fixture, the one who planned, cared, and stayed, no matter how they treated you. Your disappearance is like a sudden gust, knocking them off balance. The old adage, "You don't know what you have until it's gone," rings true here. Your absence isn't just physical, it's the withdrawal of your warmth, your effort, your unwavering presence. They feel rejected, not just superficially, but in a deep, visceral way that shakes their sense of control. This sting cuts because it challenges their assumptions. They thought you'd always be there, a safety net they could rely on while offering you mere crumbs. But when you pull that net away, they're left free-falling, grappling with questions. How did I lose this? How did I let them slip away? Stoicism teaches us to let go of what we cannot control, and your disappearance forces them to face their own failures. Don't give them a heads up. Don't issue ultimatums. Simply go. The silence of your absence hits harder than any words, making them feel the weight of their actions. They'll realize you were the one holding the relationship together, and that realization stings like a wound they didn't know they had. Picture them in that moment of shock, replaying your last interaction, searching for clues they missed. The Stoic principle of focusing on your own actions empowers you here. By choosing to disappear, you assert your worth. They may have taken your love for granted, assuming it was a given, but now they're left with the bitter truth: you were never theirs to control. This stage sets the tone, a wake-up call that ripples through their emotions, paving the way for deeper realizations. Stage 2. The gnawing void of missing you's. The sting of rejection fades. A new emotion emerges. Emptiness. They didn't think they'd miss you, did they? They convinced themselves they could move on, that your absence would barely register. But now, their days feel hollow. The warmth you brought, the laughter you shared, the stability you offered, it's all gone, leaving a void that gnaws at their core. This isn't just missing a person, it's missing the meaning you infused into their life. Your unique energy, your presence was irreplaceable, and they're starting to feel its absence like a phantom ache. Imagine them going through their routine, but something's off. The conversations they took for granted, the way you made them feel seen and understood, it's all missing. They might try to fill the void with new people, distractions, or fleeting pleasures, but nothing fits. Stoic wisdom reminds us that true value lies in authenticity, not replaceability. Epictetus said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Your absence reveals their want for you, a need they never acknowledged until it was too late. Make your disappearance absolute. Block them, go silent, leave no trace on social media. The deeper the void, the more they'll grasp what they've lost. Picture them scrolling through their phone, expecting to see your name only to find nothing. The small moments, the inside jokes, the late-night talks, haunt them now. They might try to distract themselves with friends or new connections, but the void persists, a constant reminder of your absence. Stoicism teaches us to embrace simplicity, to find contentment within, and your disappearance forces them to confront their reliance on you. Let them sit in that emptiness, craving the light you once brought. It's a lesson they'll carry forward, etched in the silence you've left behind. Stage 3. Overwhelming curiosity. With the void comes a restless, consuming curiosity. Where are you? What are you doing? Who are you with? Your absence transforms you into an enigma, a puzzle they can't solve. In the age of social media, this stage is amplified. They'll scour your Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, desperate for a glimpse of your life. But you've gone dark, no posts, no stories, nothing. This silence drives them to the edge, their minds spinning with questions they can't answer. The unknown is a powerful force, and your disappearance wields it like a blade. This curiosity isn't casual, it's obsessive. They wonder if you've moved on, if you're happier, if someone else has taken their place. Insecurity creeps in, eroding their confidence. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own path, not others' perceptions, and your disappearance embodies this principle. By staying off the grid, you amplify their unease. Picture them asking mutual friends, "Have you heard from them?" Their pride masking a desperate need for answers. They might check your profiles late at night, hoping for a clue, only to find silence. Don't give them any answers. Let their imagination run wild, filling in the gaps with scenarios that haunt them. This stage is where their control slips further. They thought they knew you, thought they had you figured out. But your absence turns you into a mystery, and humans hate the unknown. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Their mind paints pictures of you thriving, laughing with someone new, and the thought eats away at them. Fuel this curiosity by staying completely off their radar. Don't post, don't engage, don't give them a window into your life. The less they know, the more your absence consumes them, turning curiosity into an ache they can't ignore. Stage 4. Deep self-reflection. Curiosity leads to a turning inward, self-reflection. This is where the real reckoning begins. Without you there to reassure or distract them, they're forced to face their own actions. Questions swirl. Was I too distant? Did I push them away? Did I mess this up? They replay every moment, every ignored text, every dismissed feeling, every time they treated you like an afterthought. Regret settles in, heavy and unrelenting, as they realize they took you for granted. Stoicism emphasizes self-examination as a path to growth, and your absence forces this confrontation. Seneca said, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears." Without you to argue with or make excuses for them, they're left alone with their choices. Picture them lying awake, replaying conversations, wishing they'd responded differently. This stage is powerful because it's internal. They can't blame you anymore. You're gone, and the mirror of their actions reflects only their mistakes. Don't reach out. Don't explain why you left. Let them stew in their reflections, grappling with the truth that they lost something valuable because they didn't value it. This self-reflection deepens over time. They might recall a moment when you needed them but they brushed you off, or a time when your kindness went unacknowledged. The guilt builds, a bitter reminder of their oversight. Stoic philosophy teaches us to learn from our failures, and your absence becomes their teacher. They'll wish they could turn back time, but time is a one-way street. By staying silent, you let their self-reflection do the work, carving a lesson into their consciousness. You were a gift they failed to cherish. Stage 5. The urge to pursue. You now, regret sparks action. They want you back. The tables have turned. You were once the one who cared, who chased, who poured your heart into the relationship. Now they're the ones reaching out, sending tentative texts like, "Hey, I've been thinking about you." They like old posts, comment on your silence, or send late-night messages, hoping to rekindle what's gone. This urge to pursue is driven by desperation. They can't bear the thought of losing you forever. Stoicism teaches us to act with intention, not impulse. And your silence is the epitome of intentionality. Their pursuit is proof of your impact, but don't give in. Responding now hands them back the power you've reclaimed. Picture them checking their phone obsessively, hoping for a reply that never comes. They might send a heartfelt apology or a casual, "How's it going?" to test the waters. But you're beyond their reach. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Be unlike them, steady, focused, unmoved. Let them chase, let them want, but keep your distance. But keep your absence teaches them you're not theirs to take for granted anymore. This stage is a turning point. They've gone from complacency to desperation, from control to chaos. Their pursuit shows they've realized your worth, but it's too late. You've set a new standard for how you're treated, and they're scrambling to meet it. Don't reward their efforts with a response. Your silence is your strength, a reminder that you're no longer an option. Let them feel the frustration of wanting something they can no longer have, and watch as their pursuit deepens their understanding of your value. Stage 6. The battle between relief and regret. At first, Your disappearance might bring a fleeting sense of relief. Finally, I'm free, they think, convincing themselves they don't need you. They go out, post carefree photos, swipe on dating apps, believing they've moved on. But this freedom is an illusion, a fleeting high that crumbles in quiet moments. Alone in their apartment, scrolling through their phone or lying awake at night, the relief fades, and regret creeps in like a shadow. They realize the freedom they craved is just emptiness without you. Stoic philosophy teaches that external distractions can't fill an internal void. Epictetus said, "Freedom is not procured by a full enjoyment of what is desired, but by controlling the desire." They thought they wanted freedom, but what they miss is the connection you provided. New faces, new flings. They're all shallow substitutes for the depth you brought. Picture them smiling in a photo with someone new, only to feel a pang when they remember your laugh. Let them feel this contrast. Don't return when their regret surfaces. Let the emptiness teach them what they lost, a lesson that cuts deeper than any temporary thrill. This stage is a battle within them. The initial relief is a defense mechanism, a way to avoid the pain of your absence. But as days pass, the void grows, and regret takes over. They might try to drown it out with distractions, but your absence lingers like a melody they can't forget. Stoicism reminds us to focus on what lasts, and your disappearance forces them to confront the fleeting nature of their so-called freedom. Let them grapple with this realization, learning that true connection can't be replaced by fleeting highs. Stage 7. The desire to play the game regret. Fuels desperation, and desperation breeds games. They'll try to regain control by playing hard to get, posting photos with others, sharing cryptic statuses, or flaunting a new life to make you jealous. It's a calculated move to pull you back, to make you wonder if they've moved on. But you're above this. Stoicism teaches us to rise above petty manipulation, to focus on our own path. Their games only work if you play and you've already left the board. Picture them posting a selfie with someone new, hoping you'll notice, or dropping subtle digs to provoke a reaction. Ignore it. Their tactics are a sign of weakness, a desperate attempt to reclaim power. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Be unlike them, steady, focused, unmoved. Your refusal to engage is your strength, leaving them grasping at shadows. They might escalate, posting more, reaching out indirectly, but it's all noise. By staying silent, you show you've outgrown their games, and that realization hits them harder than any reaction you could give. This stage reveals their desperation. They thought they could manipulate you back into their orbit, but your absence proves them wrong. Stoic wisdom urges us to act with integrity, not impulse, and your silence is the embodiment of that principle. Let their games falter. Let their attempts fall flat. The more they try and fail, the more they'll realize they've lost their hold over you. Your power lies in your detachment, a stoic virtue that sets you apart. Stage 8. The crushing weight of silence. Silence is your most potent weapon. When you vanish, the absence of your voice, your texts, your presence becomes deafening. They're used to the noise of connection, the back and forth, the arguments, the comfort of your presence. But your silence leaves them with nothing but their thoughts. They expect you to reach out, to explain, to beg for clarity. When you don't, their world tilts. Every unanswered message, every unreturned call amplifies their anxiety, making your absence a mirror to their mistakes. Stoicism teaches us that true power lies in restraint. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Your silence forces them to live in that imagination, replaying their errors, questioning what they've lost. Picture them checking their phone obsessively, hoping for a notification that never comes. The longer you stay silent, the heavier it weighs. Don't break it. Don't explain. Let your absence be the loudest statement, reflecting their actions back to them. They'll learn that losing you is far worse than any argument could ever be. This stage is where their control unravels completely. They're used to instant gratification, texts, calls, notifications, but your silence denies them that. Each moment without your voice feels like an eternity, pushing them to confront the reality of your absence. Stoic philosophy emphasizes focusing on what you can control, and your silence is within your power. Let it speak for you, a testament to your strength and independence. They'll feel the weight of their choices, realizing that your presence was a gift they squandered. Stage 9. The fear of losing you. Forever now, the stakes become real. Fear. They thought you'd always be there, a constant they could rely on no matter how they treated you. But your absence shatters that illusion, and the fear of losing you forever hits like a tidal wave. They imagine you with someone else, laughing, thriving, building a life without them. The thought consumes them, twisting their stomach into knots. Pride and ego fade. All they want is to get you back. This fear drives them to act in ways they never would have before. They send long apologies, show up unannounced, or pour their heart out in a message begging for a second chance. Stoicism reminds us to focus on what we control, our actions, not their reactions. You've chosen to walk away, and their fear is their consequence. Picture them realizing you're gone for good, their desperation growing as they grasp the finality of your absence. Don't give in just because they're scared. Let their fear teach them the value they overlooked, a lesson carved in the pain of loss. This stage is a culmination of their emotional journey. They've moved from complacency to desperation, from control to vulnerability. Your absence has stripped away their illusions, forcing them to face the possibility that you're truly gone. Stoic wisdom teaches us to embrace impermanence, and your disappearance embodies this truth. They may plead, apologize, or try to rewrite the past, but you've set a new standard. Let them grapple with their fear, learning that you're not an option to be taken lightly. Stage 10. The realization of your emotional independence. This is the pinnacle, the moment you shine. When you disappear, you're not just leaving them, you're reclaiming your emotional independence. You've broken free from the cycle of seeking validation, proving your worth, or chasing someone who didn't see you. Stoicism teaches us that true freedom lies in self-mastery, in finding peace within ourselves. By walking away, you've chosen yourself, your happiness, your strength, a victory that radiates from within. They feel this shift. They sense you've outgrown them, that you no longer need their approval. You're stronger, wiser, more confident, a force they can't manipulate. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." You've become that master, and they know it. Picture them realizing you've moved beyond their reach, thriving in your independence. This is your triumph, not theirs. They're left in their old patterns while you've evolved into someone untouchable, a beacon of stoic strength. This stage is where everything comes full circle. Your disappearance isn't just about them, it's about you. You've rediscovered your worth, your purpose, your power. They may try to pull you back, but you're no longer swayed by their pleas. Stoicism teaches us to live in alignment with our values, and your absence is a testament to that alignment. You've chosen to walk a path of self-respect, leaving behind those who couldn't see your light. They'll feel the weight of your independence, realizing they've lost someone extraordinary. The Stoic path to power and peace. These 10 emotional stages, from the sharp sting of rejection to the profound realization of your independence, reveal the transformative power of your absence. When you disappear, you don't just walk away. You reclaim your sovereignty, forcing others to confront the value they overlooked. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we control, to act with intention, and to find peace within. Your silence, your absence, your strength speak louder than any words could, reshaping how others see you and, more importantly, how you see yourself. Take this challenge. For the next 7 days, practice complete silence with someone who's taken you for granted. Go dark, stay focused, and observe how they react. Journal your thoughts each night, reflecting on your own growth. Share your experience in the comments. Let's inspire each other to live with Stoic strength. Want to master emotional independence and live with unshakable purpose? Join the Daily Stoic Life on YouTube. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and become part of a community dedicated to wisdom, resilience, and growth. Don't let these insights fade. Let's walk the Stoic path together, transforming challenges into triumphs. See you in the next video.